Welcome to my channel Programming with Praveen Khanna. Today we are going to discuss about Python programming. Actually, Python programming is a high-level programming language. It's a dynamic programming language. It plays a vital role in software field. Learning Python is very easy compared to other languages because here we have very less rules, less restrictions compared to other languages. If you learn Python, definitely you will get a good job with a high package. Here in this, we have only a few syntax, few rules. Actually, in other languages, many rules, many syntax, many restrictions. But here in this, very less rules. So you can easily learn Python and definitely you will get a good job. Actually, this Python plays behind the AI. Nowadays, trend is going on AI. Under the AI, we have deep learning, machine learning, data science, many IoT, all these technologies under Python only are going on. So Python plays a major and vital role. Now I am going to discuss on Python through the notebook. Okay. Python is a dynamic high-level programming language. Why we are calling it is a dynamic high-level programming language means here compared to other languages very less code and less restrictions, less rules. It plays a vital role in software. Okay, so it's called dynamic high-level programming language. It's created by Guido van Rossum, developed in 1989 and released in 1991. It's an object-oriented language. That means object plays a vital role in this. By using object, we access the data. Next, features from other languages. Actually, here Python can use with C language, C++ language, Java, C#, Perl, and Shell script. Okay, using any language, any language, we can use the Python. You can use Python with C or Python with C++, Python with Java, Python with C#, Python with Perl and Shell script. Usage of Python. Python can be used in desktop applications. That means graphical user interface applications. Actually, we can say the calculator using graphical user interface applications on Windows. Okay, calculator program and some other games. Next, web applications. Using Django, Flask, we can develop web-based applications. Next, database applications. Actually, database is collection of data. How do we manage the data? Regarding that, how do we retrieve, how do we store, how to protect the data, that is the database. We can access the database applications also. Next, networking applications, games, data science applications, machine learning applications, artificial intelligence applications, Internet on Things applications, deep learning applications. In all applications, we can use the Python. You see how Python is a powerful language. We can implement this Python in all applications, in desktop, web application, database applications, networking applications, games, data science, in all. Next, features of Python. We can easily learn Python. It's very simple. It's freely. We can download the software. It's open source. You can use directly. Freely you can download and directly you can access the software. It's a high-level programming language, platform independent. On any operating system you can write and you can execute the program. So it is called a platform independent program. You write on any platform, you can execute. Here, portable, one more features of the Python. One of the features of the Python is portable. You can run on any platform, on any hardware with the same interface. Dynamic programming language. Dynamic programming language is also one of the features of the Python. No need to declare a variable. In other languages, we have to mention the data type and variable. Data type follows the variable, int a, float a, char a, like that. But here no need to declare like that. Directly you can initialize the value. Next, it's a procedure and object-oriented language. With the we can access the data with the object. Here, object plays a vital role in C++, Java, in other languages. So it is called object-oriented language. Here, it supports procedure. Procedure means standard with syntax and rules. Structured is called procedure. Here, it is a structured programming language. It supports object-oriented language. Next, interpreted. Compared to other languages, here no need to compile, directly we can interpret. Here it is interpreter-oriented language. Here we use the interpreter. Here no compilation of the code. Here interpreter converts the code from source code to byte code. No need to compile the code. Directly we interpret. Directly we execute the code. Then it will be converted into byte code. If any errors are there, here the errors will be displayed line by line. Here background virtual machine will be there. It will interpret into machine code, that is called byte code. Without compilation, we execute the program. Directly it will be converted into byte code. Here we use the interpreter. The interpreter will interpret the code into byte code. So data will be interpreted. Next, extensible and integrated. Here Python will be integrated with the C language, C++. Python can be integrated with the C, or we can integrate with C++. We can integrate with Java. We can integrate with CORBA, COM, ActiveX. So it is Python will be integrated with any language. Easily we can embed Python with the C or any programming language. You see how the Python is a very powerful and integrated language. All these are the features of the Python. Extensive library. Here we import the packages in this Python. For example, if I want to access the package of math, import math. Here every package will be included methods. Here if I want to use the method of square root, print math.sqrt for package.method. Here one package will be included many methods. We have to import that package. Here this is called single line comment with hash. Hash is a single line comment. It will not be interpreted. The interpreter will not detect this line. It will not be executed this line. Okay. Here import math, print math dot square root of 4. The answer is 2. Next, if I want to get random numbers from random, here random is a package. Here I am importing from this random package. Star means all methods from this package. It's a package. From this package we can retrieve all the methods. The star meaning all methods. Print randint 0 to 9. So this will generate random numbers from 0 to 9. Here it is generated random number 4. Next, it is scalable. Support for large programs. Earlier we discussed it supports all C, C++, Java, other languages. So it is scalable. Support all other large programs of the languages with better structure. So it is called scalable. Limitations of Python. In these limitations, what are the advantages and disadvantages we discuss. Here it is interpreter oriented. Performance and speed. If we use interpreter, here it will not compile, just it will directly execute the program. So it affects the performance and speed. Compared to C and C++, here in C and C++ we compile and execute the program. But in Python we use interpreter, so this interpreter will not compile, just it will execute the program. So it is a little bit late compared to compilation and execution. Next, here in this we manage memory management will be there. It is automatically the memory will be managed. That means in C++ we use free, but here we won't use any free memory directly, automatically the memory, if unused memory will be automatically cleared, and it will support web support applications. Okay. Next, Python is an interpreted language executed at runtime by a virtual machine or interpreter. Behind this interpreter, virtual machine will be there, so it will be directly converted into bytecode or machine code without compilation. It makes slow and less efficient than compiled languages of C, C++. Why it is slow and less efficient? Because here we won't compile, directly we execute. That's why milliseconds of slow. Next, in mobile applications, we can use the Python. Next, categories of Pythons: C Python in C language. With C, we use C Python. With Java, we use J Python. With C Sharp, Iron Python. In data science, we use Python. In Google and YouTube, in web applications, we use Ruby Python. Anaconda Python, it will support data analytics, data science, machine learning applications. We use Stackless Python. Thread-based programs. In thread-based programs, we use the Stackless Python. Thread-based means actually speed the process. To speed the process, we use the threads, multitasking. So process will be very speed, and in this program structure we improved. Next, tiny tasks we use. Easily we can read the code in this Stackless Python. Actually, in this Python, we have many interfaces are there. On any interface, we can execute the programs. Here, one of the interfaces is called IDLE. That means Integrated Development Environment. Integrated Development Learning Environment. Integrated Development Learning Environment. This is one of the interfaces of the Python. In this, we can execute the programs. Python Windows interface is IDLE, Integrated Development Learning Environment with a GUI. With the graphical user interface, we can use this IDLE. This IDLE is used for the beginners. Then we can use Visual Studio. That is one of the interfaces. Next, PyCharm. Like that, many interpreters are there. We can use different interfaces for the interpreters. By using Python software, we can develop games. Okay, so you can become a game developer. Next, you can become web designer. You can become a Python developer by using Python. Full stack developer, machine learning engineer, data scientist, data analyst, data engineer, DevOps engineer, software engineers. All these are the careers with the Python. If you learn Python, you can get any job. Next, now we are going to discuss on comments, single line comment and multi-line comment. You see here, this hash is the single line comment. My first Python program, it's a single line comment. Interpreter does not detect this. Interpreter will not understand this. So interpreter understands that this sentence is not there. This sentence will not execute. Only this will be execute. Print hello world. Now hello world will be displayed on the screen. Next, multi-line comments are also there. Multi-line comments will be denoted with the triple quotes. Multi-line comments. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here multi-lines. Many lines can be considered as multi-lines. Multi-lines will be included in triple quotes. This multi-line will also not detected by the interpreter. These are the comments. Comments will not detect by interpreter. These comments are used to understand for the user. Next, here for the strings we can use single line comment. Single line comment in the strings. Next, in the strings we can use single line, double line, triple line. Okay, for the strings will be enclosed in between single line quotes, double line quotes, or triple line quotes. Here you see example for the string word in single quotes. For this double quotes for the string. Next, strings can be used in triple quotes also, but in multi-line comments, we write many lines. That will be there in the triple quotes. Here in strings also, we can use multi-line, multi-quotes, 3 quotes. We can use single quote, double quote, or triple quote. For example, we can use here, for example, here X is here triple quotes A, B, C. String can be initialized like this also. This is the string literal. This is a string literal, string literal, string literal. String can be enclosed in between single quotes, double quotes, or triple quotes. But whereas in this case, here it is a multi-line comment. It is a multi-line comment for the purpose of user understanding only. It will not detect by the interpreter. Here you see single line comment is with hash. Multi-line comment will be enclosed in between triple quotes, double triple quote, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Next, single line and multi-line comments are ignored by interpreter. Next, one more docstring comment. Actually, if we write any documentation in any module, any function, any class, if we want to display as it is, that by using documentation help, we can use like this. This is the syntax. Underscore, underscore doc, underscore, underscore attribute. Identifier is a name to identify a variable, function, class, module, and object. The meaning is identifier is used to give the names of the variables. You see here, this is the identifier. Identifier is a name. Identifier is a name. It is used to give the name for the variable, or we can give the name of the function, we can give the name of the variable, we can give the name of the class, we can give the name of the module or function, we can give the name of the variable or object. Actually, how we can give the names for all these variables or function name or class name or module name or object name? How we can give? With a capital A to Z we can give, or small a to z, or underscore. We can give with these collection of all these, capital A to Z, small a to z, or underscore. So it has to start with these alphabets or underscore. And at the rate, dollar, this modulus operator will not be allowed in the identifier to give the names of the variables or functions or class or methods. Here, rules for the identifier, case sensitive. We have to write in small case, lowercase letters. Next, use alphabets and digits, 0 to 9. We can use capital A to Z, small a to z, or numbers or underscore. No limit of length. You can give your own length. Not start with a number. It will not start with number. Here we cannot start with a number. Next, keywords, reserved words are not allowed. What are the keywords? If, else, switch, like that are reserved words. We cannot use that. You see here, if it is a keyword or reserved word, it is not allowed. It is invalid. You see here, XYZ is 9. It is valid. We can start with a character, or we can start with underscore also, no problem. But we cannot start with a number. Okay, XYZ is 9. Next, here you see here it is not valid, invalid. Why? Because special symbols are not allowed. Here X is 9 is, here X is valid. If here it is a keyword, it is not valid, invalid. Okay, you see here, like this we can give underscore A, no problem, private identifier. You see here underscore A, no problem, strongly private identifier, it is valid. It is also valid. Language specific defined identifier, it is also valid. A underscore. Okay, underscore is valid, but space is not valid. Keywords are reserved words. Keywords or reserved words are called standard words or built-in words or predefined words. The meaning is already defined by the interpreter. Actually here, these are the keywords or reserved words we cannot use with constants, with variables. In identifiers we cannot use these keywords. What are the keywords? And, break, def, else, finally, global, in, none, or, return, while, as, class, del, except for, if, is, non-local, pass, true, with. All these are the keywords or reserved words. These reserved words or keywords cannot be used in identifiers. The meaning is, we cannot use these reserved words for the giving names of the variables, names of the methods. At that place, we cannot use these words. The meaning is defined separately for these words. Next, line indentation. Actually, at the end of the condition, we have to use colon. This is called delimiter. After this condition, we have to move a little bit of the space. This is called indentation. After this condition, for example, if I write more than one, all the lines will be there in one order. This is called indentation. After the else, okay, this is also, this colon is called delimiter. After this, we have to maintain some space. We have to make it one line. This is called indentation. After the condition, we have to maintain proper space. You see here how much it is there, that much. Here also we have to use. Okay, this is called line indentation and delimiter. This colon is called delimiter. This colon is called delimiter. The maintaining at the same line is called line indentation. Next, one more, multi-line statements. Actually, here one statement is there. If I want to split one statement into many lines with the slash, we can split one line into many lines by using this slash, backslash. This is the multi-line statement. But if I have this left and right square bracket, curly braces, parentheses, then no need to use this. If in this statement, if we have these brackets, no need to use this backslash. Okay, this backslash is used for multi-line statements. You see here multiple statements on a single line. For example, if I have multiple statements, I want to write multiple statements on a single line. I want to write on a single line the multiple statements. Then I will use semicolon. If I use semicolon, multiple statements can be written on a single line. For each and every statement, you use semicolon. Then all multiple statements can be written on a single line. Actually, for each single line, we cannot use semicolon. But here I am going to use many lines on a single line. So we have to use semicolon after each and end of the instruction. Then here we have to consider many lines are there on a single line. Next, you see here multiple statement groups as suites. You see here if conditional. Here this is after the if, elif. Next, for this if, this else. For this if, this else. For this if, this else. Multiple statements group suite. Next, doc string comments. You see here documentation string comments. Here it's a one program. Here it is a one program. Here you see here documentation string comment add. It's a calling method. This is standard form documentation string comment. Here whenever we use this, immediately this is the calling method, called method, defined method. From here to we go here. What is there in this comments? Directly it will be displayed. Return a plus b. You see here what is there in this add, what is defined in this, that will be displayed as it is. Okay. Next, variable. Variable is used to store the information, store the values. Here it is a reserved memory location. Variable is a reserved memory location. We can store the values. We can store integers, float values or characters. You see here counter is 100. It is identifier, name of the variable. We stored 100. We can print counter. Then we can display this. We can delete this value, del counter. Okay, next print counter. Now we deleted, nothing will be displayed. Next, we can delete single, we can delete multiple objects. You see here multiple assignment. We can assign multiple values. You see here A is 100, B is 100, C is 100. This is These are the assignment operators. Print A, print B, print C. Output will be displayed 100, 100, 100. Multiple assignment. A, B, C. You see here, these are the three variables. We are storing different values. One will be assigned to A, 2.3 will be assigned to B. Praveen, here it is a string. String will be enclosed in between single quote, double quote or triple quote. It will be assigned to C. Multiple assignment of variables. Print A, B, C. Here A means 1, print B means 2.3, print C means Praveen. You see here variables. How we can give counter, underscore counter. Next to print counter, 100 will be displayed. Print underscore counter. We can give, these are the valid variables, valid identifiers. Identifiers are used to give the names of the variables. Rules for variable names. Here we can start with a letter or underscore. Actually here we cannot start with a letter. Start with a character. Here we have to start with a character or underscore. Not start with special characters. Contains alphanumeric characters and underscores. Case sensitive. Next, reserved words, keywords are not used as variable names. Okay. Here all these are rules for the variables. You see here global variable. You see here, actually here in this program, main block will start from here. This is the driver block. But global variables will be declared and initialized outside of the main block. So this is the main block. Outside of the main block, we declare and initialize the global variables. X is 5, Y is 10. After this, we call this function. Whenever we call, here in Python we call method. Whenever we call this method, we will go to defined method. Next, sum is x plus y. X is 5, y is 10. 5 plus 10, 15. Return sum, 15. Next, that will be displayed print sum. 15 will be displayed.